Wow, Vinney Chopra. It has been 3 weeks since we've gotten together on a call. The summit was absolutely amazing. We had you on the screen. Your PowerPoint, your presentation was killer. We had children wearing the glasses saying, I'm here for Vinney Chopra. There were kids there wearing your glasses saying, I'm here for Vinney.
Oh my,
Where's Vinney? So everybody was very excited
I
that you
know.
recorded the video and sent that over, and they can actually see your face and hear your voice.
Logan and Lincoln, thank you so much. I love you guys. I just had sent a message also, but I really appreciate you guys. You are the young entrepreneurs. If you're watching us or listening to us later, and I'm so proud of you, that you came with your parents to the conference, which is always a great conference, business conference. There were so many great people. They got great ideas. And we were discussing Walter, maybe you might be doing two, three times, in a year at different locations so that people can drive up there and get so much value from you and your consulting, consultants. Yeah.
So, Vinny, it's been 2 years. This is our third year of Abundance Stories. We're starting all fresh, starting over. We're at Wealth Principle 1, Think a Million. So I just want to say it's been absolutely amazing. I've learned so much, gained and gleaned so much, but I know the community has gained so much. The children that Lincoln and Logan are a perfect example of people who watch your videos and then come to this summit and actually are living that and with their parents. So as we go into Think a Millions, we start this whole season over. I know you and I have been talking a lot about the challenges with the silver tsunami, the challenges the baby boom
Yes.
generation are having, the opportunity that creates, the challenges the high net worth individuals are having, but the opportunities that creates. You and I were just talking about a friend of yours who's doing a 1031 exchange. You're doing a 1031 exchange. I'm doing a 1031 exchange. In fact, I know a lot of people doing 1031 exchanges right now because high net worth individuals have major problems. One major problem is the tax. It's the tax
I
game.
know, I know.
and, and you're learning all sorts of different strategies. You just oh man, I don't know if we can talk about this publicly, but you have, let's
I
say,
paid a huge tax bill last week, brother. My CPA said, "Vinny, are you sure you made so much money? Blah, blah, blah." I can't reveal, but huge check. I can say, I know one time I had minus $9 million. Everybody knows I've been selling so much and depreciation and other effect. So for many years, didn't have to pay any tax. I was getting spoiled, making money, but not paying tax. But now, last 2, 3 years, because we have not bought much. We have not done much cost segregations and all. But 2025, 26, 27 are going to be banner years for those who want to take the opportunities and get into multifamily, like I've been in it, senior assisted livings where it's flowing like crazy, hospitality where the occupancies have surpassed pre-COVID location, levels. So there is so much to be gained. Yeah, so
I
much to be thankful for. It's an election year. Let's see who becomes, president. But real estate is never going to lose money. Just remember that. If you buy it right, you make money, then you appreciate, then the lender or the bank gives you loan, and when you make these extra millions, they don't want any portion of it. What?
The
They
bank
say,
just
no,
wants
you
their
keep all the
interest.
gain.
They
They
want
want
their
the
interest, they
interest.
want their security, but they don't want to hold the asset. We learned that back in 2008, right? They're not good at holding assets. And they
They
learned
don't.
their lesson. Don't hold the assets. Let the investors do what the investors do.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
we're talking
And the
about
beauty, is, the tenant or resident, I call it residents in the apartment building or in hotel, our tourists, they bring revenue, they bring rents that pays down the mortgage, interest and principal. So actually you're lowering the balance due to the bank after 3 to 5 years. Now you owe less money than what you borrowed, and your residents paid down the down payment. You have less money to give to banks to pay off the loan, and they don't want any gains, any portion of the gains. There is not any investment like that, like real estate. There is no other investment. Stock market, you have to pay face price. If you play options, you can lose up and down margins, you have to pay interest, all that. So I'm very excited about real estate, which I've been for the last 44 years plus. And I'm so fired up right now because the interest rates have to come down. They have to. They have to soft land and keep the inflation in that 2 to 2.5, percent range and all that. And either the tax laws in USA and maybe other countries too are made for the wealthy and the rich and people who own real estate.
And for everybody who's listening and saying, "Wow, guys, it's 12:40, it's 9:40. What's going on here?" We did have a wonderful conversation before we started Abundance Thursdays today. So normally we do start this call at 9
I
a.m.
may have.
ST or 12
Yeah.
p.m. EST, and but today we were just catching up. I haven't gotten to talk to Vinney in 3 weeks, and so you have an update. His knee is doing wonderful. The stitches are out. He's walking around.
Yes.
It's brand new knee, brand new Vinney. And today's wealth principle, we're coming at you with think a million. So as we're just keeping in mind that Vinney and I will be really working with high net worth individuals and talking to
Yes.
high net worth individuals. So if you're
And
not
look at
one,
and look at
think
what's
like
on
one.
their mind
Yeah.
and why they're losing sleep at nighttime. See the wealthy people who have made good money and they are great in their, whatever, doctors, attorneys, financials, entrepreneurs, IT
We were
people,
just
or
talking
they
about dentists.
dentists. Oh my gosh, chiropractors. I mean, you name all these small businesses, people who have made a lot of money. They have a lot of things on their mind, and that's what Walter and I are able to provide. gi- Give them options is the word,
Options.
give them options, teach them and share with them the financial planning. We are not financial planners, we are not CPAs or attorneys, but we have so many people in the network which can ease their burden in taxes, in their estate planning, in their exit plans, in their selling of the projects and so forth, or doing 1031s, all those things. So I think that's what our show is about, abundance mindset. I do want to talk about $1 million mindset. See, if you don't think a million, you think about 10,000 always, you're going to be always keeping myopic view of what you want to achieve in life. Some people might be thinking, Vinny, what are you talking about? You are a multimillionaire now. But when I was even zero money, by the way, when I got married 44 years back, my wife said I think I went a trip with my company to go to Hawaii. And I was telling her our honeymoon is going to be in Hawaii. She says, "Oh, Vinny is really rich." She never asked me what I did. I was 10,000 a year straight commission guy, a fundraising consultant. It said consultant, by the way, fundraising on my card. She thought Vinny's MBA, he's engineer, he's gonna make good money, but it was $10,000 draw against commission. What that means is they give you $1,000 for the month, but if you didn't make commission, you owe them money. That's the start I had. At zero money, I had negative bank balance. This is 44 years back. So she said, let's go get some money because we'll need money for lunch and breakfast, everything in Hawaii. I said, what money, honey?
She's in
so
there
we
over there somewhere, is she? I saw you
so
look
we
over.
we got cash advance of $250 on my visa or something. Cash advance, literally. That's how I started. So anybody who can say, "Hey, Vinny, I'm in this situation. I'm so poor. I just don't have, things are not happening for me." It's because your mindset.
Yeah.
It's totally where you are stuck in your limited thinking. You will only gain million in next few years if you really make yourself valuable to people, whatever you're trying to sell or service or whatever. But you got to first be in sync with you. Are you deserving? See, a lot of people want to go to 10 million net worth. I have heard 100 million net worth. I said, you know what? Where are you at right now?
Yeah.
Do you feel you are worthy right now to go to the next level? If you have 1 million net worth, or even you have 50,000 in your bank account, how you get to 60, 70, 80? You got to take baby steps to get to bigger things.
Vinny, it's so funny because mindset is big, right? But you're talking about it because it's the most important component. And think a million. The first principle of all the wealth principles is to think, and believe, and go after it. At the
Yeah.
summit, we talked about this because in the room we had a gentleman whose net worth was close to 200 million. And we had
Mm,
many investors whose net worth was 15 million, 10 million, and there was a lot
mhm.
of investors who were in the 1 to 2 million, and then there was a lot of people who we're still working on earning six figures. They were six-figure earners, but they hadn't quite gotten to the net worth of $1 million. Some were
Yes.
accredited investors
Yes.
on the income side, not on the net worth side. And
Yes.
as we were going through the room, I talked to people in the room, same way you do. Some of the
Yeah.
people told me, wow, my net worth's only 2 million. But after listening to this gentleman or talking to this gentleman, I realized I never aimed at 100
Mm,
million. I never aimed at 20 million. I never aimed at
yeah.
50.
Yeah.
And it's because I never even thought at that level. I never built the plan to get there. And so thinking a million or thinking in terms of a million a month, because you and
Yes.
I were just talking about $1 million a month. Like we're talking about
Yes.
this higher level of income.
Hmm.
How how does a person, because I think cheating, you can cheat you by just going and hanging out with people who are already at that net worth. I think that if you want to get an unfair advantage, listening to a podcast like this with somebody who's way beyond a normal income, because you've raised 1.3 billion. I mean, I know that you
Yeah.
raised, hold on, you
No,
purchased
no,
1.3
a
billion.
portfolio.
You
Yeah,
raised
that
280
1.3
million.
billion. Yeah, 200, let's say 230, 31. Now I'm back again into the game because we'll be raising ton of money, and I just mentioned to you that we are starting the fund at avestor.com, which is a great, great portfolio whereby investors will be able to give money and put them into my different syndications. So you pay only one-time fee for the PPM, but that PPM will cover up to $50 million raise.
So really,
50
really,
million.
you paid the one-time fee. They just get to invest in whatever they want.
Exactly. Yeah. The key thing is I decide what I put in front of my investors, and they will be able to then say, Vinny, I put 250 here, 200 in hotel, 200 in multifamily, 100 over here in senior livings and all that. So every investor will be in that particular deal is customized within the fund.
Which is a game changer. So one
Mind blowing,
one
mind blowing.
tax document goes out instead of all of these different
Yes.
what is it,
Yeah.
1098s? What
One
are
K
the
one, one K one,
K1,
one K
K1s?
one
Yep.
with every single at the property level, LLC level, it will be P&L and everything, and the taxation will be done. But their 1K1 will list all their properties within, and their CPA is going to love it. So
I
I'm
know as
very
an
excited.
investor in deals, it's a lot easier if it's one K1. Now because I've got deals, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm waiting for a K1 from this person, waiting for K1 from this person, waiting for K1 from this
Yeah.
person, waiting for all
Yeah.
the 1098s for my mortgage companies. And it's just like if I can go to work with Vinney, then I get one K1 with all my different investments.
Yeah.
That's customer
It's a
service.
game changer.
Yeah,
It's a
that's a
game
game changer.
changer. Game changer. And this company, Badri and Earth,
And
they have really,
is that from
uh-huh.
AI? Is that what they've done? They've integrated some sort of AI that allows
I think so. I think so. They told me hundreds of dollars they have spent, hundreds of thousands of
hundreds of
dollars.
thousands of
Sorry.
dollars
Yeah, 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 exactly. And I know they asked me to be a partner with them. I wish
five
I
years
had.
ago.
Yeah, Sanjay Vora is the CEO. I don't mind saying that because I'll be promoting them all throughout the, channels and everything. And Badri Malinur, both of them are co-founders, and Sanjay and
To be
Badri are,
clear, this is not a commercial. Vinny has no
no, it's
stake in
not.
these
No,
companies. He's not an
not at all.
investor in them. He's just
Not,
very
not at
happy
all.
to be using them.
I'm not selling any securities or anything, guys. I'm just sharing with you Avestor, Avestor.com. I think it's the Is it .com? Let me check here. 1 second. It is. It is Avestor Inc. Oh, I apologize. Avestor Inc.com. Yeah. And I'm having Badri come on my podcast next week. We're going to be doing 45-minute session, and then we're going to blow it out, and I'll be doing special presentations, because if anything is good, I want investors and syndicators and fund managers to know about it. That's who I am. I want life to be simple and easy for everybody around me,
So thankful
adding
for that,
value.
Vinny.
Yeah.
So thankful. So what are affirmations? So obviously there's surrounding yourself with success. I obviously, like, for me, being around people of more success has made thinking a million, thinking in terms of
Yes.
a million a
Yes.
year, thinking in terms of a million a month, or a million in this asset, a million in that asset, a million in this loan, a million in that deal. Thinking in
Yep.
terms of a million has become easier by being around people who are thinking in terms of a million. How do I
Yes.
make a million a
Yes.
week? I had a friend of mine say, "How do I make a million in a week?" And I remember my first reaction was, "Why would you? Why?" And he was
Mhm.
like, "Why wouldn't you?" And so it helped change the way I was thinking about making a million at a time. And I
Yes.
remember Grant Cardone said, "Make a million a day," and I was like, "Wow, like make a million a day." It's again like the
That's
mindset.
365 while sleeping, and 365 million a year, which people do it. Oh my gosh. I
There
mean,
are
people are
companies and
able to do.
corporations that do this, right? And
Yeah, they do
it's
it.
not even half a billion, Vinny. This is small.
Yeah.
We're thinking small.
But the key thing is, anybody watching us, again, it's the mindset. It's who are you in the room? See, if you are with the people, 5 people, they say you're the sum average of 5 people net worth, earnings, thinking, everything. So who are these closest 5 people to you? It's nothing common. I mean, this says everybody knows about it. But if you find these 5 people are very low thinking people, where they have not really changed, they are not on a trajectory to take off, then please get into another 4, 5 more other people. It's up to us because we can change our surroundings if we want to. And you don't want to tell your friends, hey, I don't like you or whatever. You see, you know what? I'm on a different path. I want to move in this direction. If you want to come with me, let's learn together. But if you want to really dampen my things and you don't think that I can progress in my company or the services I'm doing, then let's just split up for about 6 months or a year. And then you see where I am and so forth. And I mean, there are different ways to reach your, vision. But the biggest thing is you got to do YouTube and say, what are the habits of successful people? What are the habits of entrepreneurs who make $1 million a year? See, you got to find these habits and then compare those habits with yours.
And see the gap. Close the gap. So, Vinny, you just
That's
described
the key.
two very important principles. The first is the Pygmalion effect. So the Pygmalion effect states that
Mm,
what we think we are, we become, or what other
yep.
people think we are, they will treat us like that, and so we become.
Yes.
Which is where
Yes.
I think it was Stephen Covey talked about his child when he was young at a
Hmm.
baseball game. And then Think
Hmm.
and Grow Rich was Napoleon Hill talked about his son who wasn't born with ears, who but told his son he could hear like a normal person, and he found a
Yes.
way to do that, manifested that. The Pygmalion effect is
Hmm.
what makes being around people who believe you are great makes you
Yeah.
great. The other
Yeah.
one you presented is the Pareto principle. Do what successful people do. The 80
Yes.
20, do what
Yes.
successful people are doing, and just do the most effective things to get yourself there. This is a fun principle
I
so far.
would love to add on. I just did a 45-minute session, and they're going to be promoting me all over across the country. And that is a company that has virtual assistants. My good buddy, he's got 200 virtual assistants now who are well trained and they are able to fit into anybody's shoes. So 45 minutes, they've helped me so much to find the international assistance in Philippines, in Pakistan, in Ghana, in Jamaica, in all over the place. So Sophia Rocket, I would like to say their name because why not? Sophia Rocket guys, you will see me, promoting them because they have changed my life. And that's what the Pareto principle is. I don't have time to train VAs. I don't have time to really see if they're doing the job right or not. All I need to do is just give it to them. These companies, Fear Rocket, hey, this is what I need. And for small fee, they're able to find you and link you with the right VAs who are reasonable, very reasonable. And the good part is they are specialists in that field.
This is
And
this
if
is
they
high leverage.
leave, they find you new ones. See,
It's
that's
it's
what you need.
leveraging. It's
It's
leveraging other
leveraging.
people to get
Yes,
tasks done in a shorter period of time. And I think that
totally.
you don't
Yeah,
start thinking that way until you're thinking at the $1 million level. You're not, but it's not until you start saying, I heard a gentleman tell me that I can't remember how many hours he wanted to work. He said, if you want to make $1 million, you got to work at $500 an hour tasks. If you want to work, I
yeah,
think it's 40 or 50
yeah.
hour a week. And then you start realizing, okay, a virtual assistant makes sense because you want to accomplish more in the same week, which is, I think there's a principle for that. That's Parkinson's law. That states
Parkinson's law.
we accomplish
Yes,
based on whatever time frame we give to the task, we accomplish it.
yeah.
When you shrink the task down, that's why the 12-week year, that's why you love that book so much.
Yes,
Now
yes.
you need help. You need other people's hours, and you need to access their hours in order to accomplish the same task where you use virtual assistants. Uh,
100% right. I've been like in my previous life in motivational speaking, in the whole company, we had 500, consultants. They said, Vinny is the systems guy. Vinny is the systems guy. And I remember staying many, many national meetings. Hey, everyone, there are 500 people there. Every one of you have an assistant. And they would look around and talk to their next door person. I don't have it. I don't have it. I said, you know what? I'll prove it to you. You have an assistant. Each one of you have an assistant. I said, close your eyes. And now you get up in the morning and you go to brush your teeth. You have still closed your eyes. And now you're brushing your teeth. Look in the mirror. Who is that person? Oh, that's you. I said, yes, you are an assistant part of the day. You don't realize it, but you are doing mundane activities. You're looking at emails. You're doing small things which should be delegated, but you're doing it. So part of the day of 10 hours, you're earning $10 an hour when you're meeting with your clients and attorneys and people who really will give you revenues, you're earning $500 an hour.
Vinny, I've been talking to a lot of people lately who are house rich, cash poor, right? They've built great high net worth businesses or they've got high net
Hmm.
worth in the real estate, but they don't have
Yeah,
time right now. So it's an inefficiency of
yeah.
expenses and income.
Hmm.
How does, as we were just talking, it just reminded me of this. How does a person who is thinking a million, right? They have the net worth of a million, but they're not hitting their financial targets. How they go into that assistant time efficiency? What are some of the most inefficient tasks you see people doing? High net worth people, like people who are doing good. What is an inefficient task? You mentioned emails. What are some other things that people not
Oh,
spending their time
let me
they're
make
doing
it
instead of the right thing?
so simple. Let me make it so simple, so simple. If you're doing data mining, if you're writing emails, if you're conversing with your clients and trying to put proposals together, if you are working on your CRM and you say, you know what, what's the newsletter should be and all that, you need to be delegating it. I mean, there are people who have five assistants, and even one assistant orders lunch, orders laundry, orders everything. See, whatever time you need not want, you don't enjoy it. it's good to delegate and start with a part-time assistant. It's not going to cost much, $200 a month, maybe maximum to 300. But that will give you so much time you would not believe with your family, with preparation. What's the best time I need to spend thinking what I'm going to talk to the next client, next investor, next attorney, my next deal, underwriting. So that's the productive time. That's the $500 or 1,000 or $5,000 an hour in my case, time. So I need to be very, very envious about the time. I don't want people to just make appointments and take up my time. No, I cannot help them. So they need to go through a whole system of answering questions whether Vinney Chopra can even help them.
Oh, that's
See,
good.
be so jealous of your time. And I say, I have a total freedom today, Thursday. Today's Thursday. I have one appointment. That's it. So the busiest people, the most successful people in the world have calendars totally open.
I love this. I love this because there are so many people, myself included. Actually, Vinny, you'll be proud of me. I am shifting all of my workload to one day. Everything is one day booked. So Monday is a work
Excellent.
day. The rest of the
Excellent.
week is flex time. And I'm following your principles. I'm following exactly what you talk
Thank you.
about because having high net worth, having high income doesn't guarantee that you have time, right?
No.
It doesn't guarantee time. So I'm looking at my calendar today and saying, I'm going to think a million of free hours. I want to think a million free
Yes.
hours. And how do I get
Yes.
that free time back? It starts with freeing one day at a time, freeing one day at a
Totally.
time. And I'm eliminating tasks and things that you're right.
Yeah.
It's an assistant that can do that, or a partner
Totally.
that can
Totally.
do that.
Totally. Totally. I
Wow,
mean, I
Vinny
know some
Chopra for the win. Let's go. Loving this.
I know
Vinny, I
some
think we do these
people in
calls for
my
me.
circle, they have seven assistants. They have seven. Bo Eckstein has five or six or seven. I mean, he's going bonkers just because he's buying time. He's just able to concentrate on the bigger things in life. And he's selling franchises making 40,000 a pop. One pop. One pop.
What's the residual, right?
2,000
Does he keep a royalty split?
residual. Yeah,
That's
residual,
the whole
right.
point. It's not even about the one pop, it's about the residuals.
And he's having 2,000 people register for his webinars on Eventbrite. I'm giving a secret out to
You're giving
everybody.
all the
I don't
secrets we were
mind.
just talking about, yeah.
No worries. Eventbrite, I got 162 people. I didn't know any of them from Adam. And they came into my fold. Now they're into my Go High level and into my circuit. And I gave them my free books and my audios and everything.
What was the
So
name
I'm
of the
going to keep
webinar,
on.
Vinny? What was the webinar you were promoting?
Oh, it was called Senior Assisted Living Profit. I think Unlocking the Profits. My November webinar is called Silver Tsunami Millions. Silver Tsunami Millions is my new one. And I'm doing next Friday. Oh, this coming up Saturday, day after tomorrow. I'm doing multi-family millions masterclass. So that's going to be every month. I'll be teaching all these people. I think we have sold 76 tickets at zero cost. So you could actually sell for money or you could sell it for, I think I might start charging $7 because if you spend money, you show up more, I find,
Right.
because you have kind of, but at this time I'm just selling free, tickets on Eventbrite. So I've got whole webinar set up with Zoom, and it's so easy. And all these sessions, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, I'm recording them for my teaching. So,
Content. Put it in the mastermind. Everybody gets access. I love this. So, Vinny, the book of the week is Think and Grow Rich. We kind of already talked about it. How did that book impact your life? Because I know for me
oh,
that was tremendous. It's
oh
a
my
whole different
gosh.
perspective. I never considered.
My previous company, when I sold Bible books, encyclopedias, children books, and cookbook. I sold door to door, brother. I was given 7 books. 7 books was given by that company, Southwestern company, and one of the book was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hills. So coming from India, a guy with a thick accent who didn't, and I was very thin then. Now I'm kind of healthy and all strong, but I was very thin like a pencil. But that's what really changed my life. Greatest salesman in the world by Og Mandino. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hills, Dale Carnegie's book, How to Influence Friends and Win Friends and Influence People. Then Positive by Norman Vincent Peale, Positive Thinking, I think. W.J. Schwartz, Magic of Thinking Big. And Charlie Tremendous Jones, Life is Tremendous. Those are 7 books. I should go back and feature all those again. They were the biggest books that really shaped me slowly, slowly. Then next summer, I came back and saved like 11,000 in summer months, selling books again, door to door, knocking on doors and rejected, and people throwing up on, all that stuff. But the best thing was every rejection I got, it made me better. It got me so thick skin, and I learned the principles of perseverance and confidence. And it gave me, and third summer I came, I think I made $21,000. Wow, 1978, 1978. This is
Doubled your
way back.
skills, doubled what you were doing.
Double, double.
Before you were making 10,000 a year, then you 21,000. Come on, Vin. You never stopped. You just kept doubling, doubling, doubling.
Oh, by the way, from that 10,000 in 2.5, 2 years, I think we moved to California. I made 50,000. I told my wife I'll be making 50,000 5 times. She says, "Are you sure?" I said, "You watch me." But once you really make up your mind and you write affirmations, I remember putting 3x5 cards in my car. I remember putting in the mirror in the bathroom because we were in a one-bedroom apartment with cockroaches. That's where my start is, you know, and and I had it next to my table lamp, when I sleep. That's what I teach in that Positivity Brings Profitability book. That's real things. You got to have. Now people go digital. Digital is okay, but digital is only in a hard drive. I hate it. The big thing is 3x5 cards, 5x8 cards. You write down your goals, you look at it. Yeah, you got it, brother. That's what. I remember one time I want to leave with you with that. I wanted to get a new stereo in my car. It was a Granada. I bought it for $3,100, I remember, and about two-door only. And I wanted a better sound system, but I didn't have money then. I took it out and had a hole in the dashboard. That is who I'm talking about. If you want something that badly and you are driving your car without music and you see this hole in the dashboard, that gets you going to call on the next prospect and next prospect and next prospect and next prospect. I remember I made so much commission that month that I bought that beautiful stereo and I got it installed.
Wow. Vinny Chopra, I've never heard this story. I've been on this show with you now for this is the third year we're starting, and I've never heard that story. But I am more inspired today. When I jumped on the call, and I was inspired before, but when I jumped on, thank you so much, brother, for all the wisdom that
Thank you.
you share, all of the work you do to contribute and share and give guidance to people, the deals you do. Thank you for continuing to do the deals because it inspires the rest of us that these things are possible. This is Abundance Thursdays. We do it every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific
9
Standard
a.m.
and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the
We'll
best.
see
See you
you
next
next
week.
week. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Appreciate you, Vinny. Enjoy the rest of your day, brother.
Thank you, brother. Please send the link. So we got 2 recordings. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sending it right now.